good? It's Brigitte. So welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be everything that you need to know right now. And honestly, so much about serotonin and joy is coming through. And also like just being cognizant of the time. And it feels like we've been rushing, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been rushing this is very much a call from spirit, from the universe, from your higher self, from yourself to slow down and to come into true presence and to enjoy this present moment right now. So much of the throat too of like, this is something that it's like I'm always running. You're running from yourself, you know, like, and this call to slow down and to speak up. And like, even like right now, I feel so silly because I know I'm talking about myself, you know what I mean? It's like, put your money where your mouth is. Like literally, I just said, throat. I just said, I'm not gonna have caffeine. Caffeine is done, girl, you know what I'm saying? And then girl, I was like, I need a drinky to make my video. It's like, and oh, I don't want to make a whole different pot of decaf, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so like keeping your word. And like just this, but it's like this mentality of like, if you really wanted to shift, you gotta do something different, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like, girl, I need serotonin and I'm enjoy and I'm living right now, you know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of this like balance, and like I just feel so called because I just love my unicorn backpack. She's Joy, that's her name, Joy. So like, yeah, just having things just for joy. And also I've got stickers all over my laptop, and that makes me so happy too. Like, this is so much the call to just like embrace your magic, embrace this moment right now, and just embrace who you are in this breath and how you look and how you sound and just like what you're doing right now, you know? Like this call to take a breath and slow down. And that's exactly why the caffeine needs to be done for me, because it makes me run. Like, and I don't need to run. Me acting up in my throat because I know, I'm like, girl, you already know the truth and you're speaking it right now, but you didn't listen to yourself. And it's like, listen, do the things that you know that you need to do. But it's not like there's shame that comes up with that, and I love that shit because guess what, I'm here on this earth to help clear the shame, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, also it's gonna be 333 and that's significant, so it's just like clearing the shame and the guilt of not following through, not doing what you said you were gonna do, what you know you need to do, what you want to do, and also giving grace. Because it's kind of this like balance between again, throat, because I'm calling myself out here, giving yourself so much grace that it's just like letting it all slide, you know, like no accountability. But then also like not holding yourself to such this like high fucking impossible perfectionist standard where you're like shitting all over yourself when you fuck it up, you know what I'm saying? Or you don't do it perfect, you know, you fuck it up. It's like, I'm living and I'm breathing and I'm doing my best and I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? And that's enough. Like, I'm a human. Like, yes, divinely human, 100% divine, 100% human. Love you, Lydia. I'm linking all my besties. I'm always going to do this in my description. So if you want to hang out with some spiritual baddies, Kate, Anna, Lydia, all my besties are going to be just in the description. Christina, love you, girl. Like, it's just, I know it's like this mentality. I just really feel like we need to clear the heart, especially this mentality of perfectionism and like there's only a certain way to show up to be a spiritual leader and to and this like good and bad and this like healthy and unhealthy and like you gotta eat perfect and like you can't have McDonald's fries, you can't, you know, like you gotta only eat, it's like the truth and non-truth and this kind of like dichotomy of like the two and bringing in balance though. And also like my doctor, love you Maggie, talks about like neutrality, and that's kind of what this feels like coming into like kind of neutral ground, coming into the coming into the center, being centered in true presence and like slowing down. It just feels like this, almost like when you have a baby, that's like your abs, they like separate kind of, you know, because your belly is like growing. And it's kind of like this like separation. Yeah, because clearing the separation here. Clearing the separation because you're me, girl. There's no separation, and also clearing the separation between me and God, you know? It's like not needing to pray to some outside force to receive and to, you know, yeah, to receive. And so, like I'm saying with the baby and with pregnancy, that's like this separation of like the abs, separation, and bringing it back in. It's like, okay, you had the baby and now you're bringing your ab muscles back in. You're like tightening your core. It's like bringing that back in into the center and wholeness. This is so much. I'm going to link my video from yesterday too. It's, if you feel called to check it out, but it's like very much about coming back to the center, and I just lost my train of thought. Oneness and wholeness. Yeah, that's about wholeness. Like there's just this mentality on the earth right now that something that we're needing to heal. This is in the womb space too, and sacred divine feminine energy, which we all hold. Remember that, regardless of gender. It's just like, oh, also I need to be cognizant of the time. And that's so our society of like, okay, we're just rushers. We're rushers. It's just giving New York like busy energy. You know, it's like, and we're running. That's why we're not happy. That's why mental health is such a conversation. That's why there's dis-ease and disorder in our society, because we're running and we're literally like avoiding ourselves and avoiding the truth, and we're not meeting ourselves where we're at. Like, and trust me, I am a victim of, not victim, I do this shit too. Like, I never want to be one of those people that's like, oh, I've got it all figured out and, you know, whatever. Girl, I'm right there. I'm right there with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything I'm saying is about me, because there's no separation. You are me. So I just want to make that clear. I just keep it real over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. I don't desire to be perfect. I've cleared that shit, you know what I'm saying? I keep clearing it. But coming back into wholeness, and the message is, we run as our society, we're running. We're literally like running right by ourselves, like past ourselves. It's like you're right here, la 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 la, this is me, and we're just like running on by, leaving ourselves in the dust. Like, but we're constantly right by ourselves. We're just like running, and it's like the hamster wheel, but you're not getting anywhere. And then it's like verb confirmation. It's like doom scrolling and shit like that. It's like just like kind of biding our time, and like I've been doing this shit. This has been the cycle, you know what I'm saying? And I love that, like right now, I'm not gonna drink this. It's like kind of this like calling yourself out. Archangel Michael coming through a lot with the truth of, it's like, you know what you need to do. Oh, there's so much shame that comes up with that. So much wild in the throat. It's like, you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it. And there's, again, just like this perfectionism and this like lack mentality of, oh shit, I'm not doing what I need to do. It's like, it feels like there's this like outside thing that's like telling you what to do. Like society being like, oh, well, you know, you want to look this certain way to be able to fit into this box in society. And that means that you need to eat healthy. And this is what, like, it's just like a template. It's like, here's the blueprint. This is what you're meant to do. You know, here's the map. The manual. This is how you're supposed to be as a human. So a lot of supposed to and like shoulds. And it's this call of, let's go inward and actually tweak this shit and recognize, clear this out. So much in the throat of like, it's not about the shoulds, it's not about the supposed to be's and where you're supposed to go, 11, 17. It's because you can go anywhere and you're everything. And again, just this really deep call, because I'm talking so fast, trying to get everything in, because I know that I'm on a time constraint, and it makes it stressful. It makes the world stressful. Like, it just feels so exhausting and draining and throat. You know, we're so burnt out as a society, and we're depressed, and we're fat and sick, and we just feel ugly and ugh. And if not, and I say fat and that shit has shame, but let's clear that out, you know what I mean? Because we say fat and then it just says like lazy, or, you know, it's like being homeless or houseless, lazy, or whatever it is, mental health, lazy. It's like stigma, and just like, I don't know, this something about boundaries coming up with that. It's just kind of like a love and light, but I know my truth, and like that's like rigidity maybe is better than boundaries. Like the all or nothing, the black and white. And this is really just your sign to say you are enough. You're doing enough, and also like it's again the balance, this like dichotomy of doing what you know you need, like what it's about, what feels good. What feels good, that's what it's about. It's not about how things look, it's about what feels good. And so like for me, the caffeine, I know for me it doesn't feel good when I have caffeine. I have the heart palpitations and I start running, and like running in a way that's not good. It's like I'm trying to slow myself down, so this is the opposite of what I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying, of how I'm trying to feel in my body. This is so much of bringing ourselves back into our bodies, coming, like landing down, like actually being grounded here and landing in our bodies and embodiment and coming back to the natural world and our natural state, our natural way of being. And again, it's like what I was talking about yesterday in my video, that it's like this disconnection from Gaia, disconnection from ourselves, from our bodies, and forgetting that we are one with nature. We are wild animals. It's so primal and ancestral, and it's like Stonehenge and caveman, like, and just the fire energy again. It's like, and water, sacred water energy too, sacred waters. It's like, and that's why I was gonna put on my earbuds, but wanting to make sure you can hear the birds and hear the wind, like taking that time to be present, because that's what's going to bring that equilibrium and like bring the balance. 1444 444. It's like it's gonna help bring that balance. You know, it's kind of feeling like a stool where one leg's broken off, but it helps get that grounded balance when we actually slow down and we like just pause. That's the thing. What I've found to help combat the running is just like literally just stop. Just stop what I'm doing. Like, because slowing down doesn't feel good, and stopping, it's just like, whoa, that feels really abrupt. But in how it feels for me, at least, it feels like I just gotta like, it's like the universe just like stopping you in your tracks. Like, if I wouldn't have blown out the tire, then you would have missed the exit because you would have been flying by and going way too fast, or like whatever. Like the universe putting on the brakes, honestly, putting on the brakes, being like, girl, you're missing out on the magic that's right here. Like, we're always living for the past and the future, and that's why we're so anxious and depressed, and we're living in our traumas, we're reliving the wounds, and we're bitter, and we're sad, and we're angry, and we're filled with rage, like sacred rage. And it's like, because we're mad at ourselves. We're angry with the world. We take it out on the world, but we're angry with ourselves. We're angry where we're at in life. We're angry with who we are, or how we're showing up in the world, or what we've been through, and the woundings that we have received, like how we've been portrayed in the world, this character, this like feeling the need that we can't change and evolve because this is how everyone has seen me in the world and my family. And it's like this call to just, because all of that's like rooted in separation. It's like war and violence and hate crimes and racism and homophobia and and like religious trauma and like indoctrination and lies and like diet culture and just toxicity that's like love and light, genuinely, because this is just where our society has come to because of non-truths and material limitations. So really, this is just the call and the need to clear that out, this like density that's just non-truths. And that's why Archangel Michael is coming forward so strong here, because helping us to clear out the density and the non-truths here on this planet, and the shame and the shit, the death, the decay that doesn't serve us, that we created it, and we kind of just got lost a little bit along the way, but we've been learning lessons for a long ass time. It's like the matriarchy to the patriarchy, and now returning back to the matriarchy, and like this softening. It's like melted butter. I don't know. It's just like this softening down, coming, like returning into our feminine, our sacred divine feminine energy, softening down our edges, and returning into wholeness to recognize I've always been whole. It's not this like shattered mosaic, like kaleidoscope type of thing. It's like, actually, I am whole. And then there's so much of the wounding in the heart, 1818, where shit has hurt. We've been told you're wrong, you're bad, like how you are innately, how you move through the world is wrong. It's not okay. It's, you need to change yourself. You need to improve yourself. You're ugly the way you are just naturally. If you don't wear makeup, or if you know, don't dress a certain way, like you're supposed to just fit into this mold in society. And this is really just like breaking that mold, just like breaking those standards that are not the truth. And like, we get to choose and decide. That's why in our society, we're coming back to the realness. Like that's what we desire. Like with social media, it's like, I want, real finds real, like we want to relate. We want, you want to see someone out there who is like, oh, I want to see my experience. I want to see myself reflected. I want to see me on the big screen. I want, with representation, and like, it's just, I want to see myself. I want to know that I'm not alone. And I feel like with humanity, it's like, this is really like a call to humanity, of coming back to our humanity, to empathy, to joy, to peace and ease, and just like flow and oneness. Because we keep ourselves so separate from each other. We're like, well, no one understands, like, you know, we don't talk about mental health. We talk about all this so much more than we ever have, but, and same with being like queer, but it's like we still are holding ourselves back because we're afraid of judgment, because of what we've gone through, because of our woundings. And this is exactly what has kept us apart from each other, where it's like no one understands me. I feel alone. And like even with people posting, like for me, I've posted so much about my story and my mental health journey and my healing journey of trauma and spiritual awakening, and because I really believe that we need that realness in the world. And I'm grateful that I get to show up and be that realness, and to show like the crying, the tears, the you know, talking about the suicidal thoughts and ideations and self-harm thoughts. And like, it's like, where does that come from? Why are we feeling that way? You know, like digging deeper on that, being inquisitive and curious and looking underneath, like going under the rug, picking up the rug, shaking it out, brushing out whatever. Like we just brush it all under the rug and we just hide it and pretend, and we try to just lock it all down tight, 2113. And the thing is, like, this shit, it comes out screaming. Like, it's gonna come out with a vengeance. It's breaking those, but it you know, it's like trauma when it's been suppressed and like repressed. I can't remember the difference between them. Like memories and emotions and all this like energy that's stored in the body, that's like this really intense call, really beautiful call to clear this out. And this is why this is the rise of the healers and the healing movement, and you know, spirituality. And this is like this boom of ascension and romanticism and softness. And like, it really feels like we're heading towards this, what's it called? Like, you know, like a romanticism. What's it called? Renaissance. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're headed towards this like Renaissance era, you know, where we're coming back into wholeness within ourselves, because everything is a reflection of ourselves. And we're coming back to our art, our magic, and we're like, you know what? I'm going to do what actually feels good on my soul, on my heart, on my body. You know, I'm going to move in my own way. I'm going to walk to my own, the beat of my own drum, and, you know, my own rhythm. And I'm moving with nature in tandem. And, you know, I'm one with the breeze and the sun and Gaia. And like, we've forgotten this. And our ancestors are calling us to remember. You know, like your ancestors are really guiding this, and Gaia really guiding this transition of slowing down, going within, remembering who you are, and remembering that we are whole and one. We are one family, one, we're one unit. Like, it's not, we're not separate from another. And you know, this is why it's like this call, and so important to speak up, to talk about our experiences, to talk about our truth, and clear this gunk out of our throat and the cages in our mind and our throat and our wombs of creation. Like, allowing ourselves to express in whatever way that is, however that looks. It's really mostly about how it feels, you know? Allowing ourselves to dance, to move, and it doesn't have to be choreographed. It doesn't have to be just singing where it's not off pitch or like crackly in the voice. Like, it's like just this realness that's coming in to humanity, to our society, because we want to see ourselves, and we want to see ourselves reflected in our world, and we want community. We want to be together, but in a way that feels so real and like deep in our souls. And I really feel called to that too, to, you know, be a leader of that, to help bring us together physically, you know, whether that's like a meetup or, you know, some sort of like getaway or like a trip. Like, it's Paris and the Rose lineage is coming forward too, like Mary Magdalene and Christ consciousness and sacred union within and without. Clearing that throat, because it's like we feel like we need to know everything. We have to hold the wisdom and the knowledge before we could speak up, before we could be seen. You know, it's like walking up to the podium, but you feel like you have to have the speech not only written but memorized. And it's like this, really what the message is saying is, I don't need to know. Like, right, for example, I came on here and I did not know what I was going to say. That's just how I create. I just show up, and whatever comes forward and comes into my mind, into my heart, I just follow, you know? It's this call to, like, follow your own energy, follow the beat of your own drum, follow your heart, you know? Your heart knows. Your heart wants what it wants for a reason. You have these dreams and desires for a reason, and they've been placed upon your heart and your soul, in your mind. You're seeing these visions and daydreams for a reason. Follow that, you know? Like Lydia says that I wouldn't be this baller if I would have been, like, listening to other people. I wouldn't own the business. I wouldn't have the van. Like, and same, like, I wouldn't be where I am today if I would have not followed my own heart and my own intuition. And, like, you know what you need. 2555, you know what you need. And it's allowing, because it's scary to, like, do something different. Like, for me, when I quit grad school, that was so terrifying for me, because I was walking this conventional path. And now what I do is, like, this is not as conventional in the world as, like, a corporate America or whatever. But the thing is, this has brought my ease and my peace and my joy, my happy and my fulfillment. And, you know, I'm walking my own path. And remember that you are the path, you know? And it's materializing with every step that you take, every breath that you take. And we always feel like we need to know what's all coming, and it feels scary because of change and unknowns. But remember that you are the known and the unknown. You are the light and the dark, and you've come so far, and you got this. Like, you have 100% success rate. You have always made it through everything that you've gone through. You made it through. You did that. You're badass as hell, as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, not anybody could do that for you. You did that work. You showed up. And I'm really proud of you for that. And you're doing amazing. And you've come so far. You're so beautiful, and you shine so bright, and you're so needed in this world. And, like, your voice, and, like, even now, like, I've been talking, but I wasn't even thinking about myself, but I'm talking to myself too. You know what I'm saying? Because we're one. And it's so beautiful, this world that we live in this day and age, and ascension, and the rise in human consciousness. And it's just, this is a really beautiful time to be alive here on this beautiful planet. So I'm really grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be here with you, because you're so beautiful and brave and unique and wild and rare and juicy and just special and vibrant. And, you know, we all have our own story, and I love that. And I want to hear your story. I want to know you. I want, you know, comment on this. Let me know. Like, I want to hear from you. I want to know you. And, like, it truly means the world that you're here, and I love you so much. And I pray this gave you some guidance and some, you know, reassurance of where you're at in your life today. And yeah, I just love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Have the best day ever, because you're so beautiful, and you deserve the entire world and all the love that is, because it's you, baby. And I love you. Next time, okay? Love you.